And we are live. Wednesday night with those guys and Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those guys.
I love those guys.
Yes. I love you too. And welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. And this is the live stream where we talk about everything in the drone world and promote the usage of drones. And if the weather is nice where you are, please let me know how the weather is where you are and if you've been able to get out and fly your drones. And I know a lot of guys are making their way down to Florida right now for the South Florida Drone Meetup. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the stream, but it is a great event, and I hope you guys are having fun, the guys that are already down there. But how you doing there, Lawrence, on this somewhat of a coldish but sunny
Nice, I'm nice. I'm looking over here, bro. It looks like it's like 80 degrees outside, but that's not it. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh yeah.
I'm so good. I found out tomorrow. You know how I'm always doing stuff. I'm always working, always doing something for somebody. I was supposed to help somebody empty a storage trailer tomorrow. And he told me they don't want to do it till next week. So guess what? I'm charging some FPV batteries, and I'm going flying for the first time this year for leisure because we've been working. I've only been flying for work. So now I'm going to have a me day, leisure day, FPV day tomorrow. What's up? How you doing?
Good luck. But I'm fine. I'm tied up in apply. I'm tired of applying the fly.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I hear you about that. But it's worth it in the long run.
Yeah,
It's
but
just the repetitiveness of it.
no, but
They have the company information ten
no, but
times over.
no, but my thing is, we tried to get into this paperless world, right? And
Yeah,
now they make you keep more paper.
yeah, I know.
But anyway,
What's going
got
on?
some water tonight.
Huh? Water?
Yeah,
What's the matter?
I mean it's good for you, right?
Yeah, I know, but what's the matter?
Nothing.
If I was there, I don't know. I'd have to feel your forehead. You're drinking
I
water.
can't drink
I know
water.
you drink. I know you drink water during the day. Okay, all right.
I
Never
can't.
mind.
But
I'm
anyway,
trying to start some. I'm trying to start some shit.
you know, wow. The last time we were here, we were talking about a lot. And one of the things that we were talking about was that AVATA 360 and how it seems like it's delayed or whatever again. But I guess the launch or whatever, we know it's launched, right? But
Yeah,
your man Jasper on the fourth post something, and I thought that was quite interesting. It was a nice
yeah.
little thing that they had there.
This here, this may be it right here. This little advertisement of the Avata 360 unboxing.
Yeah,
It's real. It's not a myth. It does
I mean,
exist.
there's people who already have it. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
I know.
And there's like a lot of places that are talking about their it's like B&H and Adorama, like, for one, they actually have pre-orders still on their site,
Right.
you know, and what I was looking at was DJI over Fifth Avenue seems like
Yes.
they have it from what I'm
Already.
looking at. From what I'm looking at.
Check this out. Check it out. Now, sold out is the Avata 360 by itself. Now, keep in mind, last week, the goggles were sold out because
Mhm.
I know because I was looking at it, but they seem to have more in stock. So
So
you have the
so they
Flybar
have.
combo for 977, 979 with the RC2 radio. and 3 batteries. Then you have this one, which I'm interested in, for $979. The motion fly with the motion
Yeah.
stick and
Yeah.
the goggles, and then you have
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
RC2 version with 1 battery for
Yeah. Yeah.
719, and the drone by itself is sold out already.
Yeah.
But this is right here in New York.
The one with the goggles and the motion stick is the better option, I believe.
It's the better option, and it's the #1 seller. I
And,
believe it's
and
going
you
to
know
be.
why I say that? Because for true stability and handling with that drone,
Yeah,
you're gonna switch over to that FPV controller.
of course you are. Of course, but right now it
Yeah.
fits it fits perfectly in that kit. Hey Barkley,
I say so.
the kit with the goggles I think is the best bang for your buck.
What's up, Bob?
If you have not entered the '04 OcuSync system yet,
Really?
because I haven't, so all of that would serve multiple purpose. Then I could go out and get another drone that's on the '04 system.
I encourage you to just go on down to Fifth Avenue
Yeah,
whenever you're ready and pick one up.
they have them. Well, you can call. You can call this
I, would-
this
I would,
site right here. You can call
I
them.
would, well, yeah, I would
And
call them and just tell them, listen,
I put it in the chat so you guys who don't live in New
don't
York
call from my
thinking
phone
about
because you're
getting
not
it,
gonna
they
get
have
through.
it in stock. There you go, DJINewYork.com. That's the link.
Don't call from my phone. You're not gonna get through.
Don't call from your phone.
Yeah,
Funny.
every time I call there, I get the answer machine.
And that's funny because when you had asked me to call them, I got through like that. I was like, oh, they got Herman on block or something. So I got through the first time.
That's a shame.
But that's the camera I store. That's the store here in Manhattan,
That's a
guys.
shame.
If you're thinking about ordering it
I've got
and
I've,
you're on the line on the fence,
I've
there you
got
go.
a few drones from them, and I've gotten drones repaired with them.
Yeah. I can't envision Herman strolling down the avenue. Why not?
Strolling.
Well, I don't. Herman doesn't stroll, but okay.
No, I don't know about strolling.
Why is music playing?
Where?
Shows music is playing
Where? Playing me at
in the
where?
music tab. I see it moving.
Okay.
It's
Maybe
weird.
maybe it's picking up music somewhere. But anyhow, you know what else I was wanted to mention to you about real quick? Because I saw it and I was like, wow. Who thought? Who'd have thought that? But I don't know. But that other part to what you were talking about, that video that you had post with the unboxing, that had
Yeah.
this attached to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay. What went wrong, DJI Global? Only new drone in 5 months and no stock anywhere on launch day. Are the factories closed? Problems with software? I can remember the AVATA 360 prototype back in May. It's true. That's almost a year ago. This release is weird. They did push it back.
right, but like
It's
I
here
said,
now,
it's
at least
here
in the New York store.
right, and like I said, there's other people who are getting their hands on it because people ordered theirs on the day it was released,
True.
and I guess that now the orders are going through because it was a pre-order stuff going on, and now I guess they're now fulfilling those orders and they're going out. So I guess it'll take time for them to update that. But you know what, Lars? Like I was saying before, the next thing that we wanted to mention to you real quick was that I saw this and I was like, wow, it's just becoming doomsday over here because it's
Yeah.
DJI is confirming the end of support for the Mavic 2 and the Matrice 600 drone,
Yeah. The Mavic 2 series.
and that's That's tough because I don't. It it's an article. It's in what was that in
On DJ.
Drone DJ, right? Yeah. So I guess guys can check that one out and see what you know.
Yeah,
Because
say goodbye to the Mavic 2 series and the 600 Pro.
right, because I mean, there's been a few drones that have come out since those.
Well, they have dates for them. The Mavic 2 Pro, the last day of support for it is August 31st, 2026. The Mavic 2 Enterprise Zoom, the last day is May 29th of this year. The Mavic 2 Enterprise Dual, May 29th of this year. And the 600 is the 29th of this year. The only one that's going to go all the way to August is the Mavic 2 Pro. And that's because from what they claim, a few agencies are still using it. Law enforcement, etc.
Right.
Search and rescue, all of that.
Right, exactly. And it's funny that you say that because I thought they weren't allowed to use them.
Huh. Well, I know in New York they're supposed to be using Skydio drones, but when I see something take off from a New York City precinct, it's DJI.
How does it go? That don't look like Skydio to me. I mean, I know drones. I mean, you know, no one knows more about drones than me, but you know what I mean. And when I see a
Yeah, I
drone,
know what a Skydio looks like, and I know what DJI look like.
that doesn't look like Skydio to me.
Now, when you see NYPD on TV,
Know what I'm saying?
you will see a Skydio for those camera
Of course,
ops.
because it has to. That's what they're pushing.
Yeah,
So until I mean, there's gonna come a time where you're not gonna see it because just like everybody else, there's no more to be had.
true,
Until
true.
I mean, things could change. And what do we have coming up next, Lawrence? About what time is it actually?
Roll call.
You
2
do
minutes
it.
in.
Is it that time?
Yes, it's that time for roll call.
Wow.
Real quick. So
I
we're gonna
mean,
start it like this. It's pretty
hold on.
light tonight so far.
How
There aren't a
about
bunch of people here, but I'm guessing the lurkers
really?
will
Nothing.
eventually pop in as well.
Okay. I mean,
All right, so we'll start out real quick
who
at
we
the
got?
bottom of
Who we got?
the list here. Shout out to Barkley. How are you, Barkley? Hope all is well. Thanks for continuing to come back and work in the cut. Shout out to Mark Fisher, M Drone 1. How are
Okay.
you, Mark? Hope all is well. He can't talk because he's driving. Don't drive and type.
All right.
Shout out to Cool Cat from
What's
across
good,
the
Mark?
pond. How are you,
Cool
mate?
cat.
I hope all is well. Going up, further up, Long Island, Strong Island. John Olson, how are you, sir? Hope all is well. Glad to see you back here. Jody, Drone Shots.
Jody.
247, how are you? I hope all is well, Jody. Home from work, chilling. Louisiana Helicam, how are you, sir? Fellow LinkedIn user. I've seen his work on there as well. Steve SJM, also from across the pond over in the UK. Shout out to you, Steve. I hope all is well. And Dominic, good morning in Australia, Northside Hawk. He was here earlier. If you're
where's
still
that?
here, Dominic, shout out to you, man. I hope all is well. RJ Ariel, he's lurking, but he's driving a dump truck, so no typing and driving, dude. We appreciate that. And that's it. We're done.
That's it.
Yep, that's it. Roll call was short and sweet tonight.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So, welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. I look forward to a lot of stuff we're going to talk about tonight.
Well,
There's some things you could do out there to help too.
you know what I
When we
was.
get to it.
You know what I was looking at, Lawrence?
What's that?
In about 2 weeks, right? It just seems like time flies. In about 2 weeks, it'll be what, about 7 years for this? Exactly.
What happened? I can barely hear you. I got to turn this on.
In about
In 2 weeks.
Uh oh, there
Yeah.
goes an echo.
Oh, see, that's why.
Hold on,
Then you got to speak louder.
because I can't turn my mic up anymore.
Oh, all right.
In about 2 weeks, right, will be 7 years of this live stream.
Wow, that's impressive. In 2 weeks, we would have been doing this live stream for 7 years? Wow. We gonna do anything special? 'Cause I know we're busy during the day that day.
Um, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
No, I'm just
But
saying
we
the
have.
live stream is the Wednesday before the actual
Oh,
the
oh, okay,
right.
cool, cool, cool. I'm mixing up dates already. All right,
Yeah.
we're good. Keep your eyes on the road, guys. Yep. M. Joan is in Florida. He says it's raining out, and Herman keeps on doing that thunderstorm. I thought it was thunder.
Oh, don't
Oh,
worry.
well,
Don't
you
worry about
guys
this. Shit.
down there have fun. Have fun,
Yeah, I
guys.
know you guys are down there having fun.
I just have one thing to say for the working Joe,
What?
like
What?
like RJ is driving a dump truck, and for Herman and I are stuck here in New York. Some of us guys aren't retired, and we have to continue to work, or else we'd be.
He muted
That's
him.
all, huh?
Oh, I thought you muted yourself.
Oh no, no, that's it. Unfortunately, we're busy. Like RJ, he's driving a dump truck now in heavy traffic, so he's working. Um, I'm not in Florida either. Barkley didn't make it. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
for those of you who
Well,
didn't go
Barkley's
and are
not in
here at the live
Florida
stream,
yet.
yeah, you think Barkley didn't get there yet?
He's not in Florida yet.
Okay, that makes sense. So some people are still traveling down there. So I hope you guys have a lot of fun.
Barkley's like one of them superheroes. He just shows up.
Yeah, right.
Just so you
Oh,
not expect.
Jody says, Herman, I still have not seen the wrap in the strap. I don't know.
I sent you an email, right, to confirm your address, and I don't think I got a response.
Okay,
That's what I believe happened.
okay.
But I still have it.
Jody, if you can please
I didn't.
um,
It's not lost in the mail. I still have it. And
reconfirm your address, send it to me on Messenger, and I'll forward it to Herman again or something to that effect.
you just leave it
Um,
email. He's got my email address because I sent
and
him.
he says, oh, okay,
What happened?
he said, Jody says he'll check. After 7 years, Herman gets a new microphone. It's due, Barkley said. Not
What's
just
wrong?
him, me. If I
What,
touch this wire to my
what's wrong
microphone,
with
I
my
gotta
microphone?
restart.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, so why I need a new microphone? I would like to have but I soon. Don't worry about it. It's coming. But anyhow, what were we talking about? Oh yes, the ooh, yeah. That's it. The DJI Pocket 4. They have what package leaks. Lawrence confirms every spec that you might have ever wanted in your life. Nah, that's a lie.
Yes,
That's a lie.
yes,
But one of the,
yes, they do have
but
this leak right here. Well, this one here, that is
what
showing. Hold on.
what happened? What you got?
This here. The boxes of them. Now, this is the single lens one. Supposedly the Pro is be coming out soon as well, but this is the main version
Uh,
that everyone's going for.
I
What's going
think
to be messed up is I
I
think they
don't.
should have launched them both at the same time.
Well, I'm not
Don't
sure.
don't you?
I'm not sure if there is a pro version. I'm just hearing talk of it. But
That's
what
true. That's true.
what I did want to mention is the fact that this the whole pocket packaging and everything and all that was first That was first produced by your buddy Osita LV.
Yeah,
He was the one that
yes,
had first released the photo that and confirms the specs and stuff on that. As we know that it has what is it, supposedly 1 inch sensor with 14
yes,
stops of the what they can call dynamic range,
yep,
and what is it, 107 gigabytes of
yeah.
built-in
Internal hard
storage.
drive.
Yeah. So is a 2 times lossless zoom with a 4 channel audio output.
Now, see, that's great because with the four channels, the three only had stereo,
Right.
and you could
Exactly.
only three people could connect to it. Now four people can connect to it with live mics. So that would make great for interviewing. Mic
No,
everybody up and make it work.
now, what I was saying is that the fact that this is not like some thing that came from, I guess, one of these. It's because Drone XL also put the story out and was talking about this too, and they were the ones that had pushed that picture of the box. So this actual retail box. So it's not like it came from an unreliable source or whatever. I
Right.
guess yeah, I guess it's here, but I guess the biggest issue that I guess everybody was worried about is actually when, because I'm hearing the 20th, the 16th. All I know is that it's happening either a Monday or a Thursday, right? And I believe more of the Thursday, right?
Right.
Because that's usually when it happens, right? But
Usually DJI likes launching in the middle of the week
what do
or
you?
having reveals in the middle of the week.
But aren't you interested more in what the active track 7.0 that came over from the Osmo? Was the action was that the Osmo Mobile 7 had that, right? Or the 8,
Mm-hmm.
the latest one, right? And
Yeah.
then you had the what is it, the Osmo Auto. That's what we were talking about with the 4 channel audio. That one's the one you did like, the 4 channel output.
Yes. Yes.
But
Especially.
it can't, you can't do anything without the 10-bit D log color format and the
Mm-hmm.
4K at 120 frames per second in the standard model. But like you said, this one here, I don't think that there was, well, from the box, it was no mentioning of anything about a 6K. And excuse me.
On that box.
Right, because I believe, like you were mentioning, if you look at the picture, you know, like you were saying, that there's supposed to be a pro, and in this talk on Drone XL,
Mm-hmm. So
also
far, this
about the
talk.
pro, right, about the pro as well. So that's why I blessed. I guess they believe they're leaving that resolution for the pro model,
Mm-hmm.
the 6K.
6K 120.
Right, but they do have a integrated LED light for this thing, and that's one of the things that jumps out, right? And
Yeah.
then pricing, I guess it's going to stay around the standard 499 for the base model, somewhere around that, between that
Mm-hmm.
and 599. They were claiming, with
Yeah.
say, like your creator combos or something like that, jumping from like anywhere from a 649 to a whopping 7 and change. Or 749, depending on whatever features and batteries and handles
Right.
or whatever that come with it a little.
I
But
know the power bank that's supposed to clip on the bottom is going to be a little pricey. I'm
is it?
expecting. I had saw something that they were talking about an add-on power extender. They've been adding those little elongated
Right,
ones
they've
like they did
always
on.
had them. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Started
Yeah.
doing that, I think, with the last series.
Well, let's
Well,
see
I
how it
mean,
turns out.
I'm interested in seeing what happens with it. I mean, nothing else is going to change on it, but I'm curious to see if
1 inch
they.
sensor is going to be a plus, though,
But
right
that
out the
is, but
box.
it's same one. But they had a 1 inch sensor, unless they were improving this, and I don't. I mean, what are they improving? I mean, what? I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, a lot of talk has been is incremental changes, and they could be right to an extent, but the fact that the internal storage on this thing tells me that DJI has taken more control of the operating of this thing and making it operate a little bit more smoothly. That the storage and everything is internal and everything stays on that. You understand? Just like Apple and some of these things that are more like some of the Android phones didn't start
Right,
working
they're
better
refining them.
until
They're
they
not
got
making them better, they're refining them.
right. Exactly, it's until they got rid of the battery, being able to remove from the phone, and being able to, like, now they're not even using the SIM cards anymore.
True, true. So no longer have to take
which
pieces
is,
out of it,
which
which
is
allows third
which is
party.
good. No, but not removing the SIM cards makes for it cuts down on the theft, because if you remember with the SIM card system, somebody gets your SIM card, they got your phone. You understand? Now you need the information.
Yes,
So once
that's
it's
true.
done, once it's electronically done, it's done. So anyway, that's a nice thing with these. But the price is the price. This is right roughly around what we've seen
Yes, $4.99 for the
pockets.
standard.
Right, for what we've seen pockets going for.
Yeah, yeah, that's about the
And
going rate.
honestly, everybody was impressed with the last series with the screen, how it flipped, and it, it's always had a lot of user, it was user friendly.
Right.
Although the original was such a tiny, tiny screen. Oh, it was terrible.
I still have, oh my goodness, bro, right here.
Uh-huh.
I have the two,
I
the
have the
screen here,
original and
bro. That
yeah.
screen, I have to put my glasses on to look at this thing now. Seriously, if I try to look at it like this without my glasses on,
Well, they're making the handle a little bigger and more grippier. So,
oh yes, yes, yes. Because with this thing, you had to have the strap on your hand because it was so thin. You know, if it slipped out your hand, you were screwed. But she still works. I still use it for vlogging. I still use
right.
it for snapping photos. It's a diehard. She still works fine for me. I'm like this. If she ain't broke, don't fix
Don't
it.
fix it.
Yep.
If it
Would I
ain't
like
broke,
a much
don't
larger
fix it.
screen? Yeah, I would.
Oh
But
yeah.
she's still working. Maybe I'll give it away one day.
We said just pass it somebody as
Yeah,
they
just
walk them
pass it
by.
on to somebody else who may be interested in starting the vlog or taking pictures. Because that's all I use it for now. Is like just to take standard pictures with.
Okay. Lawrence, the inspector.
We got 2 minutes till first sponsor.
Lawrence is like the inspector. He goes around.
Yep. Yeah, and to look at the pictures when you get home, the SD card.
You
Now they're
need
coming with built onboard memory.
you need to get one of the what you call it, the 360. That way you could take video and cut your own pictures out wherever whatever picture you
Yeah,
want.
I know. From any angle, too. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on that. I'm working on that 360.
No, I'm talking about the body cam one.
Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, instead
Yeah,
of
see, that's hot, too. But I'm good. I still have the X3 from Jim's Droning.
now, let me ask you this. Never mind.
What's that?
No, because I'm like 360 cam, right?
Yeah.
Meaning that you can see. So like I can see where they would stop people from walking around with that thing on in public.
Oh, yeah,
In the
definitely. Because you
summertime.
walk through a room, you have the whole room scanned in a second. In the time it takes to walk through.
Okay.
It's time for a sponsor.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
5:30 exactly.
For the live stream that talks about everything in the drone world and promote the usage of drones. Tune in every Wednesday night to Wednesday Night with
With those guys.
Oh wow.
Okay. All right.
All right. I guess that we got the sponsor in, right?
Yeah, there we go.
All right. I
Well,
guess
that's
that
our
work.
sponsor.
That works for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's quite fine. Hold on.
Okay.
What is this? Um, just making sure
Uh huh.
no messages. Trying to pay attention to everything that's going
Uh
on
huh.
here.
Uh huh. Well, I just wanted to bring this one to your attention because I had mentioned it in a couple of the drone groups and on and stuff like that on Facebook, and I thought it was interesting because now see there's a bunch of articles all over the place. There was one thing that I saw, and then I saw something else on the video, and now it's becoming a thing because the FCC, right, is sweeping reform to boost U.S. Drone power.
Yeah.
Now, the FCC is making a big move here in their move to dominate in drone tech. And I look at this, and I'm looking at this push towards this American drone dominance, as they call it, right?
Right.
The FCC wants to hear from you, right? There's a notice, right? I gave you the link, right, for the notice for that,
Yes.
and for the other one for the other link for the filing for you to
Yes.
electronically file.
This is the public notice, the PDF right here. So we'll post it in the chat. You guys want to read it? It's a good reading.
Hmm.
But they are looking for your comments on
Hmm.
how to make this work. So I'll post
Well,
that in the chat first.
well, what I think is crazy is because we're looking at FCC, right? So that means that we're talking about radio connections and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, yeah. Here's
And
the FCC filings page.
why do we want to really disappeared real quick, Lawrence?
Oh, what? The filing page?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I took it down quick. Maybe that was it. Here we go. There's the filing page.
Can they see it?
Yes, can you guys see it in the chat? Because says welcome to the
Scroll it.
FCC's
Yeah.
electronic commenting system, and you just fill out the information here and you search for where you want to leave your comment, etc. The PDF shows you everything on where to and where not to.
Cool.
So let's
Because
put
I'm
this.
I'm thinking that you're talking about getting involved in interfering with communications and changing how things are already being done. Am I understanding and interpreting that wrong? I mean,
No, that's what they claim they
because
plan on doing.
because you want input from industry insiders and input from stakeholders and stuff like that and people who so basically you want information from the general public,
Right,
guys who actually do this, people who don't know what the hell you're talking about, and as well as people who have a financial gain in this,
right.
to all make comments on what changes should you make as far as the communication to this is concerned, which is
Yeah,
interesting.
everything from changing frequencies of these drones and equipment that's being used
Hmm.
to allocating what market you think is best. Of course, enterprise is best, but there's a consumer market out there too that people care about that
Well,
may want to leave a comment.
exactly, but they're also actually asking them to leave their comments.
Yes, if you're a hobbyist, I suggest
This
you
is
do.
for any and everyone to leave their comments. Hey Angie, how you doing? Yeah, this is for every and anyone to leave their comments, and I thought it was interesting, but I just wondered why the FCC and not someone else. I mean, well, I guess. I mean, maybe.
Well, first you got to start with the FCC due to the
But
simple
well,
fact
see,
that,
but they're also asking people who innovate. So people who are
yeah,
actually
yeah.
creating these this technology, this the drones as well. If, I guess if that's what we're talking directly about. So let's look at it this way. Maybe the things that they're actually working on, or
Yeah.
that we have no knowledge of, that they would like to bring forth to to make communications better. Although I'm just curious to I have to, well, I have to read that a little more to see how in depth that and what they're actually looking to make changes on, because when you talk about FCC, you're talking about communications. You know how things,
Yeah.
how the radios communicate, and the signals, that the licensing and for those type of things. So the frequencies that they operate on, and I think that the operating frequencies that they have drones and all this thing operating on now was done purposely for a specific reason. Is it
Well,
becoming is it becoming outdated?
I think it's more sort of becoming outdated, and these lower end frequencies are a little more interruptible through interference
Uh
and
huh.
warfare
Hmm.
than these higher frequencies.
I got you.
Then you, it makes a lot of sense. 2.4 gigahertz.
Hmm.
You remember they introduced 2.4 gigahertz when they had the cordless phones. How many decades ago was that? It's old technology.
Yeah. Also, though, it still works.
Yes, it does still work solidly. It does. I agree with you. But now you have ham radio frequencies splashing over close to emergency rescue frequencies. We're
Are we?
running out of stuff. You have satellites transmitting. There's so much
Hmm.
electronic interference bouncing back and forth. 5G network is in your neighborhood. Anything above 100 feet, then you have something else. It's especially in New York. Then you have an office building. They have their own Wi-Fi network. They have their own bubble around the building. There's a lot of frequencies out there, I believe, they could work with.
You know what's crazy about that?
Uh,
We are frying.
what happened?
I said we
Oh
are,
yeah, yeah, with all that stuff in the air, yeah, microwaves. Yep,
and
yep.
we wonder why we're all vitamin D deficient.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
You can't get past all of that stuff.
Metal detectors, everything, radar detectors, speed guns, laser lights from the traffic stoplights.
Hmm.
Everything, bro. You're just getting bombarded with stuff.
That's it. I'm moving to the country. Most of the animals out there run away when when you see it.
Yeah, right. When something come around. Yeah, that is true. That is true. What's up, Angie? What's going on? She was saying that they had her go to another store
Uh
an
oh.
hour away. Oh, how far was it? She said it
What
was an hour
happened?
away, and they did pay her by the mileage, because an hour away could be many distances. An
Well,
hour away at 70 miles an hour, or an hour away at
well,
50
no. It
miles an
depends.
hour.
It depends on where you at,
True, true, right. That
because
hour could be in the next state.
well, depends. Because out here, right, depending on the time of the day, it could be from here to where you are.
True. That is true. It was 30 miles, but Dallas traffic. Okay.
See?
Yeah. See. An hour to go 30 miles. Damn. And then traffic.
Don't act like you're not used to that.
Yeah, I know. I know. Living here in New York, yeah. Trust me. I feel for you, Angie, but at least they paid you for gas, which is what's up. You know,
That's down the street.
that's the main thing. Yes.
Some days, that's how long it takes to get from here to the other side of the park.
Hmm. Yeah, that is crazy. Sometimes you can whiz right through, and then other times it's just not happening.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, what were we talking about? Yeah, the FCC, right?
Uh huh.
They're asking for your input, guys. Give it to them.
Yeah, pretty
Let,
much.
let them know how you feel. But no, but seriously, read over the document and as much as you can if it makes sense to you, and just let them know how you feel. You put the link in the chat,
Yes,
right?
I put both
Because
of them. I put the PDF. I'm gonna do it again.
okay,
Copy. I'll put the PDF in the chat there.
put it in there.
So
Put it in
if you want to know what you're actually responding to,
there.
then the FCC filing right here. They want to hear your comments from drone pilots, people who are in the industry, etc. Okay.
You got it in there. All right,
Yes, I got them both in there.
all right. So you guys copy that. Hold on to that. But I would read over that notice to see what they're actually asking. And there's an article in was that Drone DJ,
Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
as well as Drone XL. They both have an article on it.
Right.
No,
Well, go ahead.
no, guy, what you saying? I was listening.
No, no. I was just talking with
What-
Sugar BFPV.
Oh, how is she doing?
Or she's good. She's good. She's waiting to
All right.
come in. I told her.
Sugar B. That's interesting name. We'll talk to her later.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lawrence. So, yeah, the FCC is asking for everyone's input.
Okay. All right. That's what's up.
I mean, I think most guys really just want to continue to be able to operate the way they've been operating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far
It's
as a
true.
hobbyist is concerned, you
Yeah.
know, I'm quite sure that there's some FPV guys out there that might have some Frankenstein ideas, as well as some of the guys that fly some of these fixed wings. But I'm quite sure the guys that fly just regular drones and DJI FPV and stuff like that, and they just want to be able to fly their drones and continue
Right.
flying the way they've been flying.
Go to the park, get some footage,
You know,
take a couple of photos and call it a day.
don't ask me how to improve the radio connection. Just give me the guys that's been improving the radio connection all the time.
Right.
Don't ask me how you should make the radio connection any better. Just give me somebody that's going to give me a radio connection.
Right.
And I think,
That's
and I
solid enough.
no, but I think that that's what most guys are saying now. You took away the guy that was doing all of this.
Hmm.
So just give me somebody that's going to give me something,
In return.
right?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
but
I agree.
you're asking me about radio connections. Well, let me first tell you about what we need.
Hey,
Somebody
Rob.
is actually going to produce something that has a radio connection.
The FCC won't let me be, so let me fly, as you can see. Say that like Eminem is rapping it. Rob C. What's good, Rob?
What's good,
Hope all
Rob?
is well. You down in Florida, Rob? Because I know a few people are on their way down there and on their way, or in the middle of traveling, I hope, there. You know, I'm sorry, but some of us have to work. You
You know
know,
what?
it's how It's how I keep this fancy view behind me. I know.
You
I
know,
know.
I gotta talk to my guy about the truck, the Batmobile.
Okay. All right. That's what's up.
Got the
I'm
Batmobile.
chilling in New York. Yep, I have to work as well. Yeah, well,
Who,
trust me,
Rob?
if I wasn't working, I would 9 times out of 10 be on my way down or getting ready to leave to go down there. It's
No,
Wednesday.
no, you wouldn't.
Why?
No, you wouldn't, because you did the live stream today,
That's
and
true.
and,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
that's true. Not
after,
until like Thursday or Friday.
and I would have, and somewhere around last month, I'd have had to been talk you into going, because you'd have been like, yeah, I don't want to
Yeah, I get like that sometimes. I mean, I've been there 2 times already. I mean, the
go.
camaraderie and
Honestly,
meeting everyone is fun. That's the
honestly,
fun part of it. Huh?
honestly, I'm not going because I have some personal issues.
Well, well, with me, it's work. So Rob C, don't feel bad, bro. That you're not the only one. You know,
Well, hurry up,
unfortunately, I'm not retired. I don't have a check coming in every month
well,
that
hurry
I
up,
can spend
get
that
these,
I could spend frivolously.
hurry up and get them photos done so you'll be all right, bro. But
Yeah,
anyway,
right.
the this one is another interesting one because I guess if you look how all of these play and tie in together, all of these stories here, the topics that we're bringing up tonight, Lawrence, they all kind of work hand in hand. Because I was looking at this one and I was looking at the U.S. Drone future, right?
Yeah.
It hangs in on policy, but I got some issues because and from what I'm reading and I'm seeing here, right? So right, the the Commercial Drone Alliance,
Yes.
and they're kind of like pushing Washington to move faster and more I guess a more strategical uh build on actually putting forth to effort and in coordinating some type of sense in pushing forth for a drone ecosystem, I guess, as you would call it, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That.
so what they had, what, a white paper that they, as they call it,
Mhm.
that urged the Trump administration for that sweeping reform. Here it goes again.
Hey,
And
Lloyd.
strengthening U.S. manufacturing. But the one thing that does stick to me and is more like how they say it, more high tech or high skillful jobs, because only with the manufacturing and these high skillful jobs, right, and people who are actually innovating and creating, you won't have you won't be able to get the main thing that they actually trying to get is to remove themselves away from the 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 need for having to have foreign components.
Yeah.
You understand? Until you do that, you won't have that.
Right.
You
Well,
know
it's a double-edged sword because you want supremacy in a field that you
that you
don't barely have a foot in.
you don't have a foot in at all because
Yeah. Well, I was trying to be nice about it,
no,
but it's
because you
true.
have you operate. Okay, a drone built in the United States, well, until recent time, a drone built in the United States until recent time is like everything. It's like Hawaii. Everything is imported.
True.
You understand? So it's not really. It wasn't really a thing. Now it's possible, but it can't. It's not affordable. And there's a lot of areas where, like once again, we start getting into that gray area where you start getting to talking to guys that fly drones on a regular basis. That most guys that we speak to, you're looking for guys that just want to be able to fly their drones, and
That's
they.
true, and it's funny because they want to have clear regulatory pathways, investments in infrastructure, workforce development,
Right,
and emerging technologies.
right.
This all isn't going to happen overnight. There are
But all,
companies doing this, but
but all
not
they're
at the
talking
rate we
about,
need it.
but all they're talking about is deregulating to be able to do this.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
why companies like Zipline, when we mentioned, operated in overseas and worked their program overseas because of the regulatory standards here wouldn't allow it.
yeah.
So you're going to have to deregulate things to be able to allow certain things to be able to push for this innovation that you're talking about.
You
Now,
see what you see what Rob put? He says to both of us are invited, have an open invitation to come to the IOSIT and see Brink's drone set up. We will
mhm,
have two of them set up to automatically fly on calls. Okay, so you're introducing Brink to your firehouse there. We'll be
okay.
happy to show you guys. Yeah, that would be cool. Hey, aloha, Sky
Let me know
Patrol.
what date.
Yes, yes, let us know because we know Wednesdays are dead and certain days during the month are,
Um,
but give
the
us a date and we could work from there.
and the 23rd of this month we're booked, and the
The
20
24th.
and the 24th.
Yeah. The 23rd and the 24th we are.
Yeah,
So
we're
definitely.
busy. We're busy. Call my people, and they'll get back to your people. Have your people call my people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. In fact, it'll be what well, sorry, I clicked on the wrong button.
Yeah, I see that.
I was clicking on something I had no business clicking on. Text me and we can work it out. Rob
All
says,
right, no
okay,
problem.
I got you. No, I went to click on banners and had the wrong tab up. It was really like 7 minutes away from FPV corner.
Really,
Yeah,
but we
we can do that, Rob. We will definitely do that. I would like to see that Brink set up.
but we do have. I'm glad to see that the Commercial Drone Alliance is doing this, and this is we talk about once again. I mean, I'm hoping that there's fallout for the guys in the hobbyist industry, because guys always ask me like, okay, well, what are you doing for some of these construction companies? I'm like, to myself, I'm like, wow, it would hurt for me to have to not be able to use a regular camera drone to be able to do it because it's good enough to do what I'm doing. I do have the
Right.
enterprise drone for what I do for the cell towers and if anything else is necessary. But the bulk of the work is taking pictures and creating video of movement on the job, and then anything else is inside with a handheld camera. So I just think that it's tough, to have to switch over
Yeah.
to something that's much more pricier that doesn't even do the job. It's not meant for that. That would be that's the thing. So that was my take on the U.S. manufacturing. So we need something else for everybody else to be able to.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
As long as they let me, I can do a job with my drone,
Oh
my
yeah,
regular camera drone. I'm happy because there are multiple jobs that I've done.
but
I
who?
mean, you
But
remember the guy that paid $100 for one picture?
right, but after after the Mavic 4 Pro and whatever, what's the next one?
Yeah, yeah. And if there is a next one, who knows if we probably won't be able to get it here in the United States. Hey, Bumblebee, what's up?
And you won't be able to get registration of or permits and nothing for it either to fly it. Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which means if you're flying it here in the United States, 9 times out of 10, it will be considered rogue and illegal.
Ain't that something? But what?
Listen, I'm gonna fly my joints until they don't take off no more.
Oh, here we go with this. Until you rip them out of your cold dead hands. Is that
Yeah,
what? Okay, that's
yeah,
where you was going with it.
yeah. It'd be like that. One more battery. One more battery. Come on, one more
All
battery.
right. But do
Take it out and let it.
we
Put
don't
it in
have,
it. Huh?
we have a sponsor, right? Then we going to go to
In
FPV.
4 minutes. Yeah, 4 minutes they'll
Oh, we
sponsor.
got 4
We
minutes.
have
Okay.
FP. We have FPV corner.
All right, all right, all right. Because I don't know. What's your thoughts on the on this white paper and the stuff that was handed, you know, as far
To
as
be honest, the United States need to stop bullshitting
here we
and
go.
do what has to be done. And charging so much money for something that costs pennies on the dollar and then make a profit after it's up and rolling. You know, think about it. We have about 10 drone companies in the United States that are actually doing anything.
Where?
Skydio, Brinks. We have Wing, who's doing the drone delivery.
Yeah, but
Everybody's doing them,
yeah,
but
but
nobody's
there's a lot of other drone companies out there. There are guys that are working on innovating things
true.
that you don't know about. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, that is true. That is
Like
true.
you have what's those guys? Easy Aerial, I believe it is, down there in the Navy Yard. They're
Yes,
doing
yes,
things
yes.
over there. I mean, what? I'm not sure of anymore. I mean, they did some security stuff at one point for like what was
Yeah,
it?
they were in the security. Now they're hush hush. They probably went military too.
Well, I
I'm just
mean,
saying.
why not? I mean, that's where the money is. You understand what I'm saying to you? You can make that money for like how many pieces, and then
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If I could sell this bottle of water for $10,000 per bottle at 1 million per shipment, I'd do it too.
no, I
I'm
got you.
not lying. I would freaking do it too and sleep good at night.
As opposed to deal with somebody that won't pay half that price for it, and it's going to call you every time that it flickers.
Well, listen, you have to speak to research and development. I've sold it to you. I've got your money already. Call the help desk. Isn't that what they do to us? Isn't that what they do to us? Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what you do, right? We set this up.
I'm the bad guy, I know.
We'll get some drone parts and we'll put in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or right. Here's what we do: we 3D print the frame and everything like that. We get the controller,
Okay.
get a controller and everything for it, and we'll get a patent for it, right? We'll get it put out
Yeah.
there. Right, you ready? And we'll outsource all of
All the parts from China?
no,
From where?
no. We get all of the parts from here. But when you call customer service, you gotta call China.
Ah, there you go. There you go. China or India. You got to add India too. Yes, that'll work definitely. Made in America, but you got to speak to someone overseas. Customer service. That's how they do it. That's the American way.
That's how American companies do it, right?
Yeah, you're
Uh,
right. That's the American way. It's a shame. I had a problem with my PayPal card
mm.
at 6 o'clock in the morning, and at 6 o'clock in the morning, I got someone from Bangladesh. They resolved the issue.
Of course they did.
It is what it is. We got 1 minute till sponsor.
Well, let's get the sponsor in, and then we can go to FPV corner.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, go to the sponsor. Drone a Deer. If you're Part 107 and you're looking to scale your operations and you're looking to get out and do all the work and leave all the office work to someone else, then Drone a Deer is for you. This is where you can book appointments, meet new clients, show off all your work. tools to make you a more knowledgeable pilot. If that's what you're looking for, then Jonah Deere's for you. Check out the link in the description. Jonah Deere, it's for you.
Okay. And
And we're back.
we're back. Okay. Welcome, welcome. 6 p.m. All is well. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Time for FPV Corner.
Um, who do we have? An FPV?
We have we have Sugar Bee, FPV. She's an FPV slash FPV racer slash freestyler from what I've seen of some of her work there. And she's friends with Bumblebee and the rest of those young ladies that we've had on here for a while.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So
What's her name
we're
again?
missing a cue here.
What? I'm just.
I'm sorry. We
Hi
got
How are you
How
doing?
are you? How are you,
Hi.
Sugar Bee?
I'm great. Thanks for having me here today.
We appreciate you coming on. I mean, you Bumblebee and Charlito, those guys came on and were cool. We had a little bit of fun and I'm
Yes.
getting into this bringing females on. We were doing it for International Women's Month. We
Oh,
came to surprise. No other drone shows were doing it.
wow. Yeah, that is awesome.
So we're extending International Women's Month into
Well,
this month.
we weren't so much extending it so much into this month. We were extending it that 1 week because we had missed a day. And it just so happens that there's a lot more women pilots out there. If you want to come on and show off your talents, come on and show it
I
off.
don't know if I have much talent.
Oh, no, I couldn't do that.
Oh, but I
Well,
love drones and I love flying in the simulators. I have a couple of my birds here today to show you guys.
Okay.
okay. Well, first I want you to introduce yourself, what state you're from. You don't have to give the city. You can let us know what state you're from, um, how long you've been flying.
Okay, so I have been flying since September of last year. Well, technically, I got my first drone Christmas of this year, but I've been in the simulators since September. I'm
Okay.
from southern Wisconsin, and I don't know what else to say.
Well, no, you're from southern Wisconsin and you enjoy flying
Yeah.
FPV. Now, as Herman mentioned, there are a lot of female FPV pilots, but not a lot of them are willing to come on and be interviewed and asked what do they fly and stuff like that. Hey, Charlito and Bumblebee came by to represent you in the chat
Ah!
there. They came by to shout you out, so you could shout your homies out. I know
Hey,
all of you
girls.
guys hang out together and fly together. Now, are you an FP? Do you race?
No, I am solely a freestylist. I
Okay.
tried to get into the racing, and I was really bad at it, but I didn't find the drive to be as enjoyable. I just kind of like expressing and artistically flying, I would say, a bit more.
Okay, all right. Well, see, there's nothing wrong with that because I had announced you as an FPV racer also, but if you hang around with those two, eventually you can wind up racing.
I would love to get more involved in it. It's not something I have access to. So it's just me right now. My husband doesn't fly, so this is kind of just like solely my deal. And I don't have any pilots near me that get together and go fly. So
Okay,
I would totally try to race, but in the simulators, it's not my driving uh, source of
oh, I
entertainment.
get it. I do get it. And for anyone who wants to know, you're on Instagram. I have your page queued up and everything. So It'll be posted. It's also in the description there. Now,
Thank
what do you fly? Or what do you like to fly?
you. So my favorite one to fly right now is the Meteor 75. I got
Okay.
this one not that long ago. I got it maybe 2 months ago, and it's been kind of a journey to get it in the air. But once I really started to get acclimated to it, this is so much fun. Absolutely love this. And then
Okay.
I've been flying the DJI Neos. So this is the one I call Pilo. And then I have Pixie. She's pink. And I
Okay.
cannot sing praises to this drone. It has taken so many hits. I am astonished at how well it's held up. Um, so those are the ones that I'm currently flying, and I am building 2 drones right now. And this is the one that I've kind of got started. I
Okay. A
have,
3 inch.
yeah, it's real small. So I got the camera and the Ellers receiver and the VTX. And I still need to figure out what flight controller and what size motors.
Okay. Well, it's funny you said you're using ELRS because I was going to ask what protocol do you use? I know some use Crossfire, some use ELRS, and then there are other protocols out there.
I do use solely Ellers or ELRS right now. I
Yes.
don't know the difference between the others.
Okay. All right. So you started out with ELRS, so
Yes.
that's quite good because they're it's very good. I switched from Crossfire to ELRS
Oh yeah.
because Crossfire doesn't do well skimming across the water at 56 miles an hour, about 3 feet above the water. For some reason, the signal bounces away and you just lose. I've lost
Interesting. I didn't
drones
know that.
cruise with Crossfire, but with ELRS, have not had that problem one bit. I
Wow.
don't know what it is. I've lost a few birds with Crossfire and ELRS. I've not lost a bird yet. And I do mid range to long range cruising. So I may go a warm up battery for me is like 1 or 2 blocks away.
Oh, okay.
Cruising along the water on the beach or the boardwalk, back and forth
Uh,
like that. I don't do a whole lot. But you do freestyle
yes,
and you do a lot of sim work. You
I do
gave
right
me
now.
you gave me something I wanted to show first because I don't know the name of this trick. So you're gonna have to tell me. We're gonna have to talk during the
Sure.
video anyway, due to copyright infringements and
Yeah, that's
YouTube being
fine.
jerks about playing other people's music. But this is this video here. This is simulator, correct?
Yes, this is uncrashed.
Now
And
that's the move. I have uncrashed as well, where you
yeah,
go back and you pull yourself through backwards.
yes. That
Now,
was a real fun one to do. It felt real natural, especially with that centerpiece, just to follow that, and then you kind of
straight
have to
down.
do a somersault and pull yourself through. Um, and again, I was listening to music while I was doing this. I
Okay.
don't consciously know like the stick movements I did, but
Yeah. No, no, that's okay. I'll put it in the chat so people can look at it. Um, hold on. So people, hold on a second. So people can see it and hear it with the music, but
yeah.
I'm not that bold. I'm
Well,
not that
I don't
bold.
know if
There's,
I
there's
would
a,
be that either. That was in the simulator. To pull that off in real life, I don't know if I
but
could
if
do
you're
that.
doing it, how many hours simulator time you have?
So in Uncrashed, I have over 400 hours. And then in the DRL simulator, I think I had over 437. I'd have to check. There's a video I did with the actual numbers on there. And those are a little blown out of proportion because I do get pulled away being a mom. And sometimes I leave it on to come back
Yeah.
to. But
Okay.
I would say I have at least well over 600 hours.
See, and I'm sure that every minute of it was worth it because I have uncrashed as well. It's just that the time that I could take that I say I'm going to get on the sim,
Yeah.
I switch on the Xbox.
What are you playing on Xbox?
Oh, Battlefield
Oh,
Head. I
nice.
came. I originally started in Battlefield years ago when they had real storylines, and then
Yeah.
I went to Call of Call of Booty for
Oh,
about
yeah.
3 years, and they started getting too spacey, and the men were jumping and climbing walls, and I'm like, no. And they brought Battlefield 6 back, and I've been going at that hard.
Yeah. Those
Yeah,
are
the
so fun. I
Battlefield 6, F1,
mm,
F1 I play, at F125, I play that, and now that I think about it, most of the games I play are shooters or
oh yeah.
racing. Shooters or racing.
I want to get into gaming. I need a better computer for that though. So, but yeah,
It
I like
depends on it depends on what you're playing. It
what
depends if it's
Then the
something like a
games get
resource
better.
hog, huh?
Every year the games get better and better and better and better.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true. I don't know what your specs are on your computer, but I would designate a computer specifically just for gaming.
Yeah. I
If you
want
use
to.
it, if you use it like me, I use mine. I have an external hard drive. I have 3 hard drives in my computer, but I use it for editing video and
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. Content creating takes up a lot of space. That's for sure.
Definitely, definitely. Now, what direction are you headed? You say you do freestyle,
I
right?
do freestyle, and the direction I want to take my freestyle talents would be to help showcase artists and talents that um, my my husband's involved in like a Renaissance fair group, so I they would be the people I would be showcasing, so performers. I really want to work with people and choreograph how to like create some really cool content for like social media.
Well, you have your flying neos, so that right there, that's a start out the box. And
Yeah,
I'm going to say, but more than anything, get your Part 107.
yeah, that's
Because in order to make money in the United States
yeah,
with drones, YouTube and a lot of people say that you should be Part 107.
yeah.
The movies,
I've
everything.
heard
Yeah,
that too.
because you can get called in. You would think you could be filming someone in a Renaissance and someone would be like, "Hey, can you record me going down the block in my car?" And it just snowballs and turns into one thing, and then one thing turns into another. And
Yeah,
if you had told me I would be doing cell towers and construction progression stuff 5 years ago, I might have laughed at you. But I was busy having too much fun flying drones.
yeah. So I definitely want to get that part 107. I do have a book. It's just finding the time to study and go all the way through it. It is also an expensive test to take. I know that. Um,
See, Charlito says she loves your social edits.
oh,
So you have a taste. You do have some skills there.
thanks, girl. But yeah,
It's- so I would suggest to pursue it, pursue everything. If you already know how to edit, half the job is done. The rest is just fly.
yeah. Editing is fun. I'm not very good at it, but I want to learn.
Listen. You're doing better at freestyle since September. A lot better than me trying. I've tried at least 20
You
times to start doing freestyle. And you know what? I come out of something and my heart's beating. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that again.
know?
I don't want to
That's the
smash
fun
much.
though. That's the excitement.
Now, see, yeah, I know fly, crash, repair, repeat.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. I like to fly, cruise, change a battery, repeat, if that makes any sense
It
to
does.
you. Now, I have something here. It's also it's one of your shorts in acro. Hold on a second. Let me pull it up
Uh-oh.
and see. Now, you have to, if not on YouTube, you're going to need something to post to other than Instagram.
I know. I tried using the format that YouTube edits. I didn't care for the way they edited software, but
Yeah,
I'll have to
this is
find.
simulator as well.
Oh yes. So this is I was in the racing drone and I wanted to see how close I could get to the rocks without crashing.
Well, you seem to do pretty good. I mean, you seem to be bold enough to do it in a simulator. So what's stopping you from trying it in real life?
Money.
You know, it's funny.
Funds.
Most people
No, I hear
lost
you.
their
I hear you.
situational awareness when they turned around there.
Yeah.
What happened?
I said most people have lost their situational awareness when they turned around there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can get really dizzy. For sure. That's happened a few times in the Neo. I feel like I have to sit down in order to do it properly because you will start to sway.
Well, you know that it's funny you say that because I like cruising along the water, the shoreline, under trees and stuff like that. And we had a 14-story building that they wanted to capture the flag on.
Yeah.
So about a month before I started practicing, I was in a park and I'd go up about 15, 16 stories up in the air. And I realized I started experiencing vertigo with my goggles on. I'm like, holy crap. I feel
Yeah.
my body going like this. You feel the movement, and
Mhm.
little increment movements feel like you're moving a whole long way. But I was able to come back down, and it dawned on me to go that high to keep
Yeah.
my brain from going into vertigo. I have to be sitting down.
Yeah. For
Anything
sure.
higher than about 5 or 6 stories, I got to be sitting down. No.
Yeah, I
But
would
we got
agree.
the shot. We did get the shot though. But I was
Yeah.
sitting down in a chair looking at the ground and the drone was like 14 stories up.
That's awesome.
You,
That
so, so you have editing skills, huh? I've seen some, according to Charlito, you do.
is whatever's on Instagram edits.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm trying to keep up with the chat as well, but they're talking about one thing, and I
Talking about editing.
lost it.
She said whatever
Okay.
Instagram. So you don't
Well,
actually have an editing platform. That's all right. I started with
if you knew how Herman started out editing, you would be like, wow.
Yeah.
What did you edit your videos on, Herman?
there was some Google movie or share thing that they had at one point. I don't know if they still have it or not. But I would
And
get the music from YouTube and put it all together there, and just it was horrible.
yeah, but he's not telling you what he was using. He was using two laptops
No,
Two
when he
laptops?
started.
two
When he
tablets.
started,
Oh.
two tablets, yes. When he started editing videos, and
Because
when we met, what is it, 8, 9 years ago now? He told me we met at a meetup, a drone meetup for camera drones. And he said, I went to school for all this for cameras and all this stuff. I just need to learn how to edit. And I told him that day that I met him, I said, if you got the time, I'd show you how to edit. And he edits better than me now. He's the
Wow.
Martin Scorsese of the company when it comes to editing.
That's
no,
So
awesome.
no, I'm okay.
God,
That's awesome.
he does all of the serious stuff in editing. Is now anyway? Is there a chance you want to anyone you want to shout out that supports you and and
Yes.
tolerates your crazy FPV ness? Because
Yes, of course. I would give my husband a shout out because he does help me when I'm in a pinch, even though he doesn't know anything about the field and anything about FPV. He does help me figure it out if I'm in a desperate mode. He will help me a lot.
okay,
His handle is Rust Belt Revelry, and he does a lot of the
okay,
Renaissance Fair. But I got to shout out to all my girls: Callie, Bumblebee, Charlotte. Um, they're my pack in the Discord group.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So and Charlito and Bumblebee and all of those guys, they're good people. Keep
They're
in
very good
touch with
people.
them. I'm sure if there's anything you need, they're more than willing to help in many ways. Now I need to get Callie on here as well.
Yes.
Be a sponge.
Huh?
Callie needs to go on.
Yes. Listen, be their sponge.
Be a
Be their
sponge. Learn
sponge.
Oh,
everything.
yes.
Because Bumblebee got on here too. Oh, I haven't been flying that long. And she's whipping around. She's not hitting nothing. She's not crashing. But, oh, so follow them. They're all headed in the right direction. And you
That's
seem to be
awesome.
as well.
Thank you.
And on top of that, you're balancing motherhood too.
Yes. My daughter is just about to turn 2.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
wow.
It feels like we hit a sleep regression every other week. Yeah, our Easter morning, I think, nearly started at like 2:30.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Well,
so
enjoy every moment of it. It gets better.
yes, it does. It's fun. I will say that, but it's rough some days.
I get it. I get it. I totally understand. Now, I wanted to show this last clip of the smoothest send yet
Oh yes,
because I would really like to fly this place. And
I
if
like.
is that in crashed uncrashed this
Yes, that is
place?
an uncrashed map. I believe it was.
This one here.
I don't remember the name.
Because I have uncrashed. Like I said, I look at the Xbox controller, I look at the drone controller. Xbox controller, drone controller.
It's a
And
hard decision.
yes, you know, the caveman in me comes out and kill, Call of Duty that. And I'm like, you can fly anytime. But if you say this would inspire me to get on Crash, I'll do anything on a simulator. But when I
Yeah.
get out there in the street, I'm letting you know right now, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I feel like that hesitancy too. Like I don't want to lose the drone. It's totally different when you're in the simulator for sure.
Right, because all you do is hit that R button for reset.
Yeah, it's not like a $400 drone.
Yeah, okay. And think about some of the other stuff that guys are doing out there. I mean, I put together, I have a friend who wanted a drone to follow a drone with his camera drone along a snake road in the mountains with
Yeah,
lights close to the ground. So I built this drone. I put about 600 into it. I put another $100 in lighting into it, and lost that bitch on her maiden voyage out over the water at 50 miles an hour. That's when it dawned on me Crossfire doesn't do well over the water.
oh no.
Yeah. So be
Yeah,
glad you can fix your birds. And freestyle, at least you can pick the parts up.
yes. Yeah,
Once
I
she goes
definitely.
down in the water, it's just like all I heard were the goggles, and I lost video. Video went out first,
Mm,
and it because digital freezes,
yeah.
and you have a black screen or just have blur. And I could hear from my left side, the drone about to pass in front of me. So I hit up to go higher, thinking I was high enough over the land, and then I caught the engine, and I just
Yeah.
heard kabloosh.
No, that's
So
the worst sound.
it, yeah, maiden voyage, brand new battery,
Oh,
GoPro 7. It's still sitting in there in the mud somewhere.
oh,
Because
that's so rough.
But it is what it is. Just stick with what you're doing. Stick with Charlito and Bumblebee and Callie and all those young ladies that soak up everything like a sponge.
Yes, everybody has been incredibly helpful. I did want to say, like, the community alone is amazing. They are so ready to help, ready to like work with you, answer questions. And that's kind of why I love working on Instagram alone. I don't get that response off of YouTube, and I don't get that kind of feedback from Facebook.
And
Um,
then
and
Facebook has a bunch of trolls. I'm like, tired of
It
Facebook, really.
Facebook is really rough, and even TikTok. I don't know if you guys do TikTok, but they keep telling me do TikTok, you'll go really far, and there's no community. You don't get the comments, the talking one-on-one, and that's what I
My,
really like about
my
Instagram.
only problem with Discord is you have to mute those FPV groups, bro, or you can't live.
Sometimes the girls go a little quiet, but I enjoy getting all of their little bubbles and
Yeah, but
reading
I mean,
everybody.
if it's like 1, 2 in the morning, ding, ding,
Well, yeah,
ding, ding, it does not stop. And
yeah,
usually when you're trying to do something,
mm, yeah. I got my phone on vibrate, so I don't hear it that much.
oh, see, you're one of those who leave it on vibrate. And they
Yeah.
go, oh, you didn't get my message? My 7 messages?
Yeah, that's probably me.
Okay, okay. Well, that's not bad. I wanted to thank you for coming on the live stream.
Thank you for
Um,
having me.
Anyone you want to say hello to, goodbye to? No, you can't curse
Uh,
anyone out, even though I've been known to do
no,
it.
just a few of my homies on Instagram. I love SweemTube, Mechanicist, and Ginger FPV. They're always there in my comments, ready to help with any problems I've had. So I'd give them a shout out, and that's pretty much all the stuff I have to share with you guys today.
Right.
Well, no, that's
Thank
cool. I want you to keep going, and I will follow progress. Now that I have you on Instagram and any other social media you open up, just send me a link and I'll feel free to join. I'll
Oh, thank
join
you.
anything except Discord. I
Yeah,
like to sleep at night.
fair. That's a fair.
Fair enough?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you mentioned the
Uh,
Ginger FPV and Cali.
Yes.
are there any guys out there that fly that want to come on?
Yeah,
I'm
because I've
sure
been
there will
getting.
be. Yeah,
Is
I
it,
can put out the word. I know Ginger FPV. I think he just changed his name. I think it's Red FPV. Um, I don't know if
forward them. If you have friends, Bumblebee has been has been a great big help with bringing people. Charlito, everyone is pointing people in the direction towards the live stream. So as long as people want to come on and do an interview, we're more than willing to have you come on.
oh, awesome. I
And
can
and
pass it
ju-
along for sure.
just because you started flying doesn't mean you can't come on either, because now that we have you on, it's documented. Let's see where you are in about 6 months to a year.
Yeah, I'm really excited. This is my first
Or
season, so I
next year?
should have a whole bunch of more clips for you guys.
After the September, you're no longer an FPV virgin,
Yeah, that's very true.
So
I'll be well
I
into
want
the
to
sky and have
I want to
plenty
see
of
some
fun.
more stuff
Next year,
from
the
you.
same
Just
time, we'll see where we are.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The holidays are coming up. If you have some free time away from the hubby and the baby, and you want to come on and say Merry Christmas or hello to somebody, we're sending invites to people to come on real quick and
Oh,
and hang out with
absolutely.
us. Yeah, come on and have some eggnog with us or something.
Yes, 100%. That would be awesome.
Thank you, Sugar Bee FPV, for coming on. I appreciate you.
Thank you for
And
having me. It's been so fun. Sorry I was a little nervous at first.
I
That's all
told
right.
you it was nothing. Well, same thing. Bumblebee was nervous too. It's it's good for your resume.
It is good. Yes, 100%.
You enjoy the rest of your evening, okay?
Yes, you guys
And
too. I'll
keep
see
on
you more.
flying.
All
Thank you
right.
much.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, see, that was good.
Cool. That was
That
fun.
was a good interview.
Oh,
You see, I got the
ooh,
last frame of her holding her head like, wow, I did
a lot of fun.
it. I don't know if, hold on. Oh, see, you have to kind of kick yourself. It's in the upper right-hand corner, I think, of that box. It says kick or leave, something like that. I don't have control.
What happened?
Thank you, Sugar Bee. We
For her to.
appreciate you.
Oh, there you go.
There she goes. There she goes. I'll have to send her a thank you.
Oh,
More sugar. Sugar Bee, if everyone's saying goodbye, Callie and Derpy Hooves next.
That's
Whichever one you put me in touch with first, I'm
who,
down for, Charlito.
what
Definitely.
happened?
I'm trying
Yeah,
to line up some guys to some guys and Callie
okay,
to come on, Derpy Hooves and or Callie.
okay,
Rather have them individually on, you
okay.
know.
Yeah.
And you see, RJ goes, there's no community like the drone community. It's true. Lawrence being familiar
No,
with
there
Xbox
isn't.
controller explains his flying. You see, Barkley got jokes.
What happened?
I didn't see the chat. Barkley
Oh,
goes, with Lawrence being familiar with Xbox controllers, that explains his drone flying.
see,
Hey,
Buck.
Gary,
Okay, Gary,
and,
what's going on?
and we got sponsor time.
Who do we? Yeah, we do. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, we do. Let's hit it now. For the good old people at Cloverleaf, they've given us this coupon code for you guys to use on checkout. Those guys for 15% off on any of the Cloverleaf systems. It is an interchangeable system that you can move around from one to the other to the other. Beautiful system. Check it out. For 15% off, use those guys. That was nice, right, Lawrence?
Yeah, yeah, I had fun. I enjoyed interviewing different people on here for the simple reason you could have someone that's been flying for 6 years and you have someone that's been flying for 6 months. The experience will always be different. Always.
Now, you see how my mind works when I said to you, we need an FPV segment because
Yes, I was
FPV
reluctant. I know.
has to stick out because it's a different type of guy, different type of girl. It's a different type of pilot altogether.
You were right. I'll admit I was a little reluctant. I was like, oh no, another segment. But
But and you
I've
fly.
I've been enjoying it for right, and I fly FPVs. And it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. And I'm going flying tomorrow. Can you give me a second? I have to check this lipo. She's
Okay.
taking a little while to
He's
charge.
checking his lipos and he's
Oh, you know
checking.
what? I never started.
Oh boy, look at that. He didn't even turn it on to charge. You're doing real good there.
Oh well, it's 3/4 charge.
Yo, this cork in this bottle is so tight.
What you drinking?
What
Don't
am I?
look like water to me.
What happened?
I said, what you drinking? Don't look like
Nothing.
water to me.
Nothing. An empty bottle.
Never mind.
Now, coming up, we've been
Never
talking.
mind.
We've been talking a little bit about it, and guys are making their way there. And it's
Yes.
coming up. It's happening this weekend, the 6th annual South Florida Drone Meetup. So
Yes, it
guys are
is.
making their way down to Florida to have good old fun times in the sun. It should be a good weekend because if it's going to be good weather here, they definitely should have good weather because we're on the same you know East Coast, and they usually have like their mornings.
Barkley
Or,
says an empty bottle explains Herman's flying too.
you know what, Barkley?
See, I can
Don't
pay attention to the chat
don't
now.
get me started. But anyway, it's going to be held at this, like I said, the 6th annual South Florida Drone Meetup. It's going to be down at this weekend, going on this weekend at Jensen Beach, right? Causeway. That's where it's going to be at, right, Lawrence?
Yes.
Yeah, nice
At
spot.
Jensen Beach.
Nice spot to fly from. And then guys got all the other little spots that they go along to and
They
fly from
go off
different
too
places.
with their clicks.
And then there's also the promoter of the event has different places where I think guys are gonna go and hang out.
Yeah, I think they have a boat ride. They go on. They go out
Yeah, a
fishing
fishing
on
trip.
that Sunday.
But the
Um,
first night, which is
is a meet and greet.
Yeah, Thursday, right? Friday night, one of them. It's the meet
Friday
and
night.
greet. Friday night is
It
the
was
meet.
usually Friday night. Yeah.
Friday night is the meet and greet, right? Yeah, that's what my head is all. But yeah, Friday night is the meet and greet, and you guys hang out at the what is that? The pool hall, and it's like a pool sports bar type of thing. They're gonna have food and everything for everybody. Should be a good event. I was there a couple of times. It was a great time. Uh, is that Lloyd? Yep,
Yeah.
Lloyd.
Lloyd's been chilling.
Yeah.
He's
I
getting ready
was
to
down
leave.
actually hanging out with Lloyd down there. The last was there 2 years ago. I was down there. I hung out with Lloyd a lot at the hotel, at the at the what at the park. Where else we hung out? We went to we hung out with what's your man there? What?
Well, Gary.
Name, names are just slipping me. No, when we went over to the other park the next day
Oh, oh, I
after the actual
was I
meetup.
there?
Sure, you
Was I
was
there?
there.
I don't remember the name of the park.
I don't remember the name of the park either, but it was alongside the highway,
Yeah, yeah,
and they had like a little beachfront.
yeah. Dan, I don't know if Dan's
Yeah,
going this
Dan,
year. I
Dan,
haven't
Dan
spoken to
actually,
him.
we met up with Dan over there.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I know you're talking. We went over to the next Dolman Park. Gary says.
That's the name of it?
I think so. Dolman Park.
I don't know.
I believe so.
Look at that. Gary know more about Florida than I do, and he's living
Right,
here
and
in
he's in
Canada.
Canada, right? Well, I'm guessing he would. They rented him and Vicky rented a car and he got to ride in their little hot, fancy little sports car, which was kind of cool. Except you and Gary were in the back gasping for air.
Oh, that was a moment.
Yes,
I didn't
yes. And
even.
Gary brought a special bottle with him.
You
That
know
was
what?
fun.
I actually
Oh,
saw.
Gary is correct. Lloyd said it was Dolman Park
Okay, I saw a
that
guy
they
do
go
a
to.
review on that rum, and he was like, he he doesn't really touch it much because it's not something he can get on a regular basis.
Okay. Well, I may have to do a review, but I'm going to need a couple more bottles to conduct my review
Well, you're gonna have to go to
of it
Canada and get it
to get it right.
and smuggle it in. But you know what? You know what, Lawrence? You
What?
Yeah. Like I said, the South Florida Drone Meetup this weekend. Don't miss it. And what else we got coming up, Lawrence? We got.
Yes, Pix X4 autopilot has a security risk that if you're running that software,
Mhm,
you may need to hear about this.
mhm.
Pix X4 drone software vulnerability raises hijacking concerns. When they say hijacking concerns, there is such a security leak that someone could possibly take over control of your drone. Now, this
Wow.
software does run several different drone models from DJI and other drone companies around. According to Civation, okay, I hope I'm saying it right. Cybersecurity confirms critical vulnerability in PixX4 Autopilot. PixX4 Autopilot is one of the programs that you use on enterprise drones. You can use them on camera drones as well, but they're used mostly in the enterprise industry. And plain and simple, worst case scenario, an attacker can connect to your network that you're using with this drone and maliciously add commands and take over control and block you out. It says it's so severe that they they call it CVE 2026-1579 has
Mhm.
been assigned a near maximum severity, 9.8 out of 10, according to cyber security organizations. It
Is that
is
right?
open source ecosystem by Drone Code, and they use Linux to
Mm.
write the language. And because it's open source, a lot of developers use it, researchers, enterprise drone operators, like I mentioned, especially ones in emergency response, defense and security, and commercial inspections and logistics, which is even our field that we cover.
Wow.
No one has been taken over, but they found out it was just a security passcode, recertification passcode switch that wasn't turned on in the software. Basically, they're saying turn on digital signatures, enable MavLink 2.0 messaging, message signing. It's an option in this software that will ensure your drone accepts commands from trusted sources, meaning that your radio is a trusted source. If it's
Really?
not coming from your radio, it should not be considered a trusted source. They will not give over control of the network. They
But if
say
you
lock. They
but
huh?
shouldn't all of that been taken care of by the manufacturer of whatever drone you purchased?
It should have, but because you're running third-party software, this third-party software, it's not enabled. You have to enable it yourself. It
Yeah.
says the Pix X4 offers security hardening guide with step-by-step instructions on how to secure your networks. And one of the main ways is to keep it off of local networks in the area.
I wonder where we heard that before.
Yeah, yeah. So, Civation has put out a link and stuff for you guys to how would you say, make it so that your system, if you're running Pix X4, PX4, I say Pix because we used to use Pixel 4, something similar to that. It's actually Pixel 4 that we were using, Herman, with the cell tower, not Pix X4. Two completely different companies.
I know. But you know what I wanted to get on to?
Yeah.
And I wanted to mention real quick because we're running out of time.
hmm
Uh will states be ready with counter drone tech for the FIFA World Cup? Now, according to what I'm understanding, in an April article by Jim, what's his name, McGillen, he says that despite of all of the efforts by the federal government and state and local officials, that the county drone counter UAS operations that were scheduled for Maryland and other locations along for the FIFA World Cup because the United States, when it comes to the World Cup, has what is it? America has 250 events beginning this summer where this technology was
hmm
supposed to be used, and they're saying that it may not be functional by that time, or operational, I should say, by that time. So, with all of the training and everything that was supposed to have been done, that everything may not be operational by that time.
Understandable.
I don't know if it's a government issue or what actually is the problem, but
What
there's a lot of talk and stuff that has to do with a lot of the regulatories, but
Well, a lot of it, part of this had to do with the fact that they got rid of Nome, and before they got rid of her, Homeland Security went on is not working,
right.
and payment from Homeland Security that's supposed to enforce this
Hmm.
had completely stopped. Now that Christine Nome is out of there and they have the new guy in, so reportedly the payments have started again to help them prepare for FIFA. Because you're going to have a lot of dignitaries and people coming from around the world to these games.
Well, most of that money went to the commercial and stuff like that, and it
Yeah.
was you know, so had to allocate some, I guess, more funds. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know
It,
what it
it
is.
was interesting to understand because there was a lot of talk about having it, and I just think that it was just another tool to be able to use against guys that are just doing stupid shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But some of this money was also going towards
Mm.
anti-drone counter UAS operations.
Hmm. Yeah.
So don't. Their concern seems to be, will the cities be ready to handle the influx of drone pilots trying to frequent these spots? When the money was promised to them, the money was stifled down. It came down to a trickle. Then it came down to a complete stop. Now the money's flowing again. Let's see. They have to train people. Um, the FAA has to train people as well as the FBI. There's a lot of training that needs to be done.
Well, they have a training facility.
Yeah,
It's just that if no one's getting paid and no one's working, then no one's getting
right.
trained.
There you go. That's basically it.
Right. So they just fell behind in the training.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty
I'm
much
right
it.
here. I'm just stopping this light bulb
Who?
that you hear beeping.
Or your lipo was beeping.
Yeah, it's charged.
All right. Let it beep.
Nope. Plug it. And then unplug the charger. You don't want no type of lipo fires. I've been safe, fortunately, for all the years I've been flying, knock wood, and I want to stay that way.
Just toss it out the window. Let it.
Wow. Let's toss the smoking battery out the window, right? My luck, security camera would catch me. There he is, as he's going like this, you know, in slow mo. Then it'll probably hit a bird on the way down or something stupid like that,
Land right on the hood of somebody's car.
right? Then the car catches fire, and on and on and on.
Anyway,
Yes.
uh, you know what? I don't understand, Lawrence.
What's that?
You know, they claim in this article I was checking out here that China built what the world's drone industry, and now it may ground its own pilots.
I
Now,
thought this was interesting.
this was yeah, it was interested, and this is why I decided to speak on this because it's funny because an article right in the New York Times right reports that regulations that are supposed to take effect in May will require real name registration for all drones and advanced permits for flight in restricted zones. This covers most cities, right? They say. Now, what I thought was funny is also talking about in here the real-time transmission flight data to the government.
Yeah.
Now, now here's where this gets interesting because they're saying the penalties for unauthorized flights could could come with jail time. Now, from what I'm hearing on this, right, that how they're saying that the in Chinese media or the sales or China or the saying the Chinese media that's saying the
Sales have
sales
dropped
have
sharply.
dropped
Yes.
on drones,
Yeah.
and the listings for used drones is going up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the funny the funny part about the whole thing is the meme that's supposedly going out on the whole slogan, the slogan from DJI
Uh
that
huh.
don't let the sky wait too long, as the don't
Yeah.
let the police wait too long is the meme that's going
Yep.
out in
They
China
changed
right
it.
now. Yeah. So, I mean, the Chinese people are only going through the same thing right now to what we're going through here
In the United
in
States.
New York, actually, when we have to file for permits and stuff like that. You have to let them know about your whole cybersecurity plan
Uh
and
huh.
where the software is going, and how and your plans for being able to secure this. Where can it be found?
And
So
what is your purpose for this flight?
right, there's a lot of things here that we're dealing with here that they're asking them to do in China now, and people are selling their drones, and people are I guess.
Well, do you blame them? Right here it says existing owners who register their drones with police by April 30th will be exempt from the possession ban, which means if you're not registered with the police by April 30th, the possession ban, you'll be in a lot of trouble. You'll be in a lot of trouble because it goes into even more detail further down.
Yeah, I
One
know it does.
owner will only if one owner is not allowed to have more than 3 drones. That's another law that they're putting into effect. And here's the funniest part, Herman, and I gotta read this. A Shanghai resident named Kat Yang said she received preliminary approval for her school-aged son to fly a drone because they did it the right way. They did their version of Lance, whatever, and it was a school project. Then was denied final clearance on the day of the flight with no explanation. She said the police officer told her to buy a toy instead. Sound like someplace here in the United States? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's what they want us to do here in the States. Buy those toy drones, buy an RC car, but they don't want you in the air flying. And China's doing the same exact thing right now, Herman, by
Yep.
telling everyone you got to be registered. And if it's not registered, we're taking your shit from you.
Serious flyers now. I don't know. It's crazy.
And for security reasons,
What's
you
the
have to tell
direction?
us what you're doing with that data for security reasons.
Well, apparently your transmission of your flight data has to go to the government.
Yes, yes, yes. Everything that you do in China with their drones, mostly DJI, will be reported to the government. And it's called low altitude economy emissions.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, yeah.
It's contagious.
They say we haven't developed the low altitude economy yet, but already the sky is locked up. It
It's
just locked up Japan,
contagious.
where you see guys going because they have skyscrapers so high and doing all kinds of stuff. Oh, here's something. China's Ministry of Public Security cited safety incidents to justify the rules, including a drone flown within 2,600 feet of a
See
civil
that?
aircraft.
See that, Lawrence?
Because in China, Herman, they're allowed to go that high.
See that, Lawrence? See that?
What?
Not when they fly reckless in China too.
Yeah, yeah.
Not only here.
Yeah. But that's enough about
But
that story.
you know what,
So
Lawrence? I want to talk about right now
what's
is the fact that the Wall Street Journal exposed Chinese parts inside American humanoid robots. Now,
no.
and Congress is already running the DJI playbook because the Wall Street Journal pushed an
American humanoid
investigation.
robots.
Yeah. The Wall Street
Okay.
Journal, right? They pushed this investigation, right? That revealed that American
Yeah.
most prominent humanoid robots, including Tesla's Optimus. Right? Check this
Yeah.
out. Right. Check this out. And Figure AI, what's that? Figure AI products. That's what they call it.
Yes.
You had
Yes.
something you were showing.
Yeah, I was showing Optimus.
Oh, show them. Yeah.
Yeah, right here. Hold on.
They demand, right? They demand heavily on Chinese manufactured components.
Yes.
Now, for instance, Tesla, right? Right? Tesla, right? Now check this out. They have a team in China to source sensors, right? And these controllers, motion controllers and speed reducers for this Optimus. So let's look at this and let's tell the truth on this. This is something that we turned our back on a long time ago. You understand? Where did Lawrence go? Yeah, we turned
There
our
you
back
go.
on this industry a long time ago. And the way it was supported and the way it was funded. And the American people were able to, or that you created and you've turned into total consumers, were able to absorb this from somewhere else, and now you came along with one full swoop and tried to take it away, or tried to take it away and use it for yourself for what you want
See
to
what
use it
Barclay
for.
put? There are no privacy laws in China.
Well, understandable, but this is where we are. This is where it is right now with the drone industry, and now you see things changing in China. You see things now. The Wall Street Journal now just exposed this,
Hmm.
but it's not really saying it's exposed. We knew that something like this was had to happen because, like I said,
True.
we've turned our back on this to the point where somebody else is able to revolutionize it
Right.
and take it to the next level.
But you have to point out also, Herman, that these parts, Chinese parts, are not more or less chips, but the joints of the robot, the
Hmm.
elbow joints, the brush motors that move the
Right.
fingers and actuators. Those are the parts that are being used in these robots, and they're going to have to be added to that list of parts and
Because
things
those
that
parts
cannot.
work by receiving signal.
Yep. If it can receive a frequency or signal, it can be uploaded, downloaded, or transmitted,
Hmm.
pretty much. So, and it's funny, they say 9 out of 10 American humanoid robots have Chinese parts in them in some
Yep.
way, shape, or form. In fact, in the Disney that they just opened in France, they have an Olaf robot.
Hmm.
They said the Yuang,
The one that keeps falling on the floor.
the one that keeps falling on the floor, that one that one, the parts inside it that help Olaf move and his nose twitch and all of that are all from China.
Yeah, but why can't he stand up straight? Why he keeps falling down?
That has something to do with his battery dying. When his battery dies, the gyros go off, and he can't
Ah,
stand.
okay.
He can't
I got
balance.
you.
Once the battery's dead, the
It's
gyro
not.
stops
It's
spinning.
not hydraulic.
No, no, no. It's a
I got.
gyroscope, and when the battery's dead, the gyroscope stops spinning, and he falls over because he's supposed to be able to lean
Or
forward and
top
look
heavy.
down. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. It is top heavy. That's
Uh,
crazy, right?
I knew a chick in Saint. Never mind.
Uh-oh.
But
And it's the American Security Robotics Act that
hmm,
Senator Tom Cotton,
yeah, whatever.
Republican, and
Cotton.
Chuck Schumer, Democrat,
Yeah, we know.
introduced.
We know. We know.
Yeah, so
All we know is that,
humanoid, the bill follows the Humanoid
of
Robot
course,
Act,
right,
introduced in 2025.
of course, it's got some other foreign parts in it.
Of course it does. Yay, hey, what's up, Jay Merce? How are you down in
Hey,
Mexico?
Jay, what's good, man?
All of our shit has components in China. Follow the money. It's because certain people are on certain boards. Another one.
Of
Weird
course.
how all governments are doing the same thing, almost like they're working together behind closed doors. Well, let's think about it like this. And I've said this about lawyers, and we're going to go on for a little bit. I've said this about lawyers. Those same lawyers, that prosecutor and that lawyer that's there to defend you, had lunch before you.
Well,
They were had lunch before you, or they drank together last night.
it depends. It depends.
It does, but you see a lot of that going on.
Because I already told you how defense attorneys work.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
You got different levels.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's that guy that'll say, I'll fight like hell for you. And there's that
Mm-hmm.
guy that'll tell you you're going home. That guy that
True.
tells you that you're going home, he's the guy that drank with the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, 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 yep.
He's the
That's
guy
usually
that
how.
golfs with the guy that you're talking about. But the
Yeah,
guy that said
sad
I
but
fight,
true.
the guy that says I fight like hell for you, he knows him. He's got his number.
Right. They may have played golf together in last weekend.
But the
Or
guy,
something to that.
but the guy that tells you, I think you should take the plea bargain. He don't know nobody but you and the other people in his office.
Yeah. Then you're in trouble. That's it, Herman. It's that time.
Is it? Anything you want to say before we get out of here? Other than
And other than try and be a better person tomorrow than you were today.
really,
That's it.
I
Yep.
just I just want to bring up one other thing. Can I?
Sure.
For 10% off on any Nanook product, use Phantom Flight 10. For 10% off on any Nanook box that you need to purchase, hard case that you want to purchase for your drones, cameras, gimbals, jewelry, watches, firearms, whatever you need to protect, Nanook has a case for it. They do custom cases. Check out the link in the description. Nanook is the hard case for you.
And with that,
We're back.
yeah,
So that's all you got to say before we get out of here, Lawrence?
that's it, bro. Dinner time.
All right, yeah, it is dinner time. But anyway, guys, no, seriously, the 360 will be shipped out to you guys. I mean, well, it's shipping to you guys
We
shortly.
got it here in New York.
For those of you who don't have it or order it already, it's being shipped out. They have it at on Fifth Avenue. Make sure you
DJI
guys
Fifth Avenue, New
make sure you
York.
guys that are looking for it jump on it. And what else do I have to say? The pocket will be here shortly. Check it out on the 16th. It'll be either here the 16th or the 20th. I believe it's the 16th because I don't usually think that most stuff is. But I could be wrong, you know. But look for it. It'll be there. It's coming.
Yes.
And with that being said, and I'll see you next time with those guys.
I love those guys.
We love you too.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.